All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakahakudash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of JMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Our fight isn't carnal. Leave that to the Crashouts. All right, we understand, the verdict of that Carmelo Anthony case. It came in this week. All right, I believe it was this week. And basically, you know, Jake ended up losing. Though he got the result that he wanted, he ended up losing. And that's why he ended up losing. Because he wasn't filled with the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Right? So now here it is. At 17 years old, his life is gone. Right? And his life is through, man. Because he acted carnally, going up or having the intent of carrying that knife with you. He didn't need to go to the extent of stabbing, man. Jake could have fought it out if it was that serious for him, but we see where it led him, man. Right, we're in a time where spirits are ramped up, man. People are agitated, of every nation, man. Jake, Elam, Moab, right? You seen that? So everybody's on edge. Everybody's on edge, man. So it's crucial that we continue to apply wisdom, man, because everybody's at a point. To speaking of these people, are at a point to crashing out. Hey, and guess what? Satan is attacking us by having these people vex our spirits even more. So it's imperative for us to just stay locked in, man. Right? The scripture tells you, matter of fact, gotta grab it. I didn't have this precept up, but I'm gonna grab it now. It's Luke 22 and 31, and it reads, it says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Right? And that's the point, right? Satan is being used as a tool to provoke, aggravate, and vex, spiritually agitate the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Right? You're going to have certain Edomites, all these different nations piss you off or say something to you or do something in the hopes that you get physical, man. It could be something as simple as driving in traffic, right? Something as simple as you walking through a door, right? And somebody bumps you. Hey, let these people have it. Satan wants a nigga moment to come out of you, man. Right? He wants to aggravate you to the point where it breaks, who you truly are within. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Right? Yahweh Shai said, but he prayed for you that your faith fail not, man. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? This G4102 for the word faith. And it reads, faith, assurance, the belief, the conviction of the truth of anything, the belief, right? Respecting man's relationship to the Most High and divine things, generally with the included idea of trust and holy fervor, born of faith and joined with it. A strong and welcome conviction or belief that Yahweh Shai is the Messiah, the deliverer, through whom we obtain an eternal salvation in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And to believe in that, you have to believe that what? That his blood covers you. Right? We weren't here, to fight the physical fight, man, in terms of being carnal. The scripture tells you the carnal mind is enmity unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Right? Those in a carnal spirit, what it said, cannot please him. This John 18 and 36, and it reads, Yahweh Shai answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight. Right? But that's not the case. That's not the case here. It says that should I not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. So even Yahweh Shai had to submit until what? The will of Yahweh Shai, Shai, right? And ultimately be delivered up, be taken by his enemies, man. Right? So his kingdom is not of this world. So at this current moment, man, hey, no. Hey, we're still fishers of men. We're still fishers of men, man. Right? We're still fishers of men. Which means what? A fisherman and a hunter are completely different. Those are two various spirits, right? Those spirits are actually, they bump heads, so to speak. They're opposite spectrums. The only action a fisherman gets is ultimately from what? The fish taking the bait. And then, he has some type of fight, in a sense, right? But that fight isn't ultimately to kill. It's to reel, right? To reel in, right? Now, a hunter, he goes around with the mind of, I have to destroy. I have to, bring forth bloodshed. That's not the spirit we're in right now, man. Now we understand the Lord said that he would change his fishers to hunters, right? But that's when power is given. And right now, hey, we're sheeps in the midst of wolves. Be what? Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? You don't see no dove attacking nobody. Right? In the face of danger, a dove will use wisdom and fly away from it. Ain't no doves ganging up on people, man. Ain't no doves just going out there and moving like a magpie, man. Look at what the bird magpie is and see how it gets down. It's Romans 12 at the top. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is a reasonable service, right? Present your bodies a living sacrifice. That means what? Hey, and being a sacrifice, that ultimately means you understand your role, is to be on the altar. Your role is to accept the hells, the pain that comes with being that sacrifice. Because Yahweh Shai understood that what? Him being on a cross would ultimately a wipe the elect of their sins for this appointed time. Right? For this appointed time, man. Matter of fact, it's also another precept I wanted to grab. 1 second. Verse 19. Right? Because this is what the Jake did right here, verse 17. And really, hey, taking the low is part of this, man. Romans 12 and 17, recompense to no man evil for evil, provide things honest in the sight of all men. Hey, now we not saying that, don't protect yourself, man. If somebody, just out of the blue is trying to fight you or harm you or harm your family, of course you protect them, right? Hey, but getting that lick back, man, hey, just let it go. I understand it'll be hard, right? Every day you got somebody that's pissing you off, that's vexing you, right? That's fucking with you, so to speak, man. But the scriptures say this: if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. Hey, take the low road, right? Walk away. Because Jake, we understand Jake is at a point where their money is low, right? Where their patience is thin, where the food that they're eating is full of drugs. So that's playing all on their minds, right? Well, gas is at an all-time high. We can keep going and going, right? So everybody's an event away, so to speak, from hitting the switch. Hey, so apply wisdom, man. And these interactions where people, try to get brolic or whatever with you, or try to provoke you, hey, the scripture says what? A soft word does what? Turneth away wrath. And understand, hey, we can walk away. Yahweh Shema Shah gave us the wisdom to apply these things. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh Shema Shai. Right? So that's the point. Jake didn't leave vengeance for the Lord. He didn't leave a place of wrath unto Yahweh Shema Shai. He thought it was better to take it into his own hands. And now look at him. Life is gone. And it's only gonna get worse for him. We know in this society, he can do the same shit as far as killing Jake, get off, no type of penalties, not be guilty, be fully acquitted, right? But he runs this system. So that power to have that type of verdict is in his hands. The hatred that Esau has for Jake is far greater than the hatred that Jake has for E here, man. Niggas are still, quote unquote, using the terms, oh, invite him to the barbecue or the cookout. Jake is, even though Jake is in the worst case scenario, the poorest nations, right? Their eyes evil towards their neighbor. Niggas are welcoming a heathen very fast. But E is showing Jake that they hate you. And it's beautiful that they're doing that, because niggas finally have to come into the understanding that who your enemy is. You finally are going to recognize who your enemy is. And we've been telling you. We've been telling you exactly who your enemy is, man. Meanwhile, you got men twisting doctrine saying these people could be saved. Completely through. Right? This perpetual hatred that Esau has, it has never stopped. It has never stopped. But the Lord is going to allow us to win. And that's not by us doing what we want to do or what we feel is right. No. Allow the Lord to work, man. They're Edomites, man. And Jake, as long as you're in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, you can't lose. He has no hope of winning. It doesn't matter what he does. He can give out all the money in his bank account to a nigga, man. He can give his house up to a nigga. All of this, he's still going to lose. Let these losers be. And that's speaking for Jake, the 2/3 of Jake, and E. We just gotta sit back and watch the show. The Lord is causing up this stir. It's like it's stirring up this strife and contention, right? And these hails on behalf of his elect. This is just ushering in a civil war and the end of this age. So allow the Lord to work and stay out the way. Right? Because we understand the scriptures say that Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. And we're seeing it with these YNs, but it's gonna get worse. Right? This is Ezekiel 25:12. It says, thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it. And I'll make it desolate from to men, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I'll lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, right? Because we understand, and this race war that's about to come, E is going to, whoop Jake ass to an extent because they were blessed with the sword. But certain Jakes are going to, contend with it or fight against it and even get some Edomites. But that's not our blessing, right? We'll get the true vengeance when the power comes upon us. Most importantly, right, in the kingdom, when those roles are flipped, right? But we understand Jake on this side are going to get certain, or what they believe, I should say, to be W's. But it's still going to be L's for them because they're not in the spirit. So whatever vengeance that they do, they still going to be destroyed. The Lord is still going to send fire upon them, right? It says, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith Yahweh Shema Shai. But the Lord is going to turn those fishers into hunters, speaking of his men, right? For righteous judgment to go out when power hits, and that's going to be on the basis of defense for the men of the Lord in the times to come. For example, Isaiah 59, a standard shall be lifted, right? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? The Lord is going to give power unto brothers, to get out of the situation, right? Or whatever the case may be, right? But Jake on this side, trying to win through these carnal means, you can't. Our power was never in the sword. That was never our blessing. Yeah, you vexed. Yeah, you tired. Hey, but doing that is only gonna get you locked up, man. Hey, leave place for wrath. Give place unto wrath, man. Right. So that was the point. Not to make the lesson too lengthy. Hey, but just understanding that verdict that came out. Right here it is. The brother Shapal, he sent a screenshot of an Edomite at the same age of 17 who did the same crime of killing one of his classmates, and he wasn't guilty. Jake do it and he get 35 years, right? So we understand things are unfair in this society. E knows things are unfair in this society, but he don't care, right? Because he hates you niggas, right? And guess what? The Lord hates him. So allow the Lord to work, man. Allow the Lord to work on the behalf of his men, on the behalf of the elect, right? So, hey, as the scriptures say in the book of Romans 8, matter of fact, I'll close out with that, right? Because we spoke about the carnal mind. It's Romans 8 and 6, and I'm do start at 5. 4. It says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. But they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of the Lord, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahushai, he is none of his. And that dude Carmelo was not, one of the Lord's chosen, right? So, hey, stay circumspect. Keep fighting, man. No carnal moves are needed. Say that the preachers are not, or the prophets are not violent, right? In terms of causing strife and chaos. No, we speak words of prophecy that happen to be, of what the Lord will do according to His anger. Hey, but we're not physically, provoking anything. So, a Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah HaKodash. A double honors unto the apostles and elders of JMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom. So Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.